North Korea fires missile over Japan in major escalation.
Here's a summary of the article.
October 3, 2022, 7:04 p.m. Eastern Time. Tokyo, Japan on Tuesday issued a rare warning for residents in two northern prefectures to seek shelter after North Korea fired a missile, the latest in a flurry of test launchings by Pyongyang. According to Japan's Ministry of Defense, the missile passed over Japan toward the Pacific Ocean at 7:29 a.m. and landed in the ocean 17 minutes later. North Korea has fired 23 ballistic and other missiles this year, 4 just this week, but it was the first time since 2017 that such warnings were issued in Japan. The South Korean military said the latest launch was of a ballistic missile. The government exhorted residents of the prefectures of Aomori and Hokkaido, as well as several islands near Tokyo, to seek shelter while it tracked the path of the missile.
This post received a score of 34,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
North Korea on Tuesday fired an intermediate-range ballistic missile over Japan and landed in waters outside the country's exclusive economic zone after a 22-minute flight, the worst provocation since 2017.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Kinda wild waking up to those alerts.
I was on vacation in Japan in 2017 when N Korea fired the last one over. My phone was getting blown up by my family before we even knew it was going, weren't really watching the news closely. It was crazy and not a big deal all at the same time.
Same was in Tsukiji Market. Met a fellow American in Tokyo who was contemplated on jetting out of Japan thinking a war would break out. I stayed because I'm too frugal to pay for flight adjustment.
Hey, if I die, I die. Let's get some food.
Today is a good day to dine.
For tonight we dine in hell.
AHHOOOO. AHHOOOO.
Non-paywall story.
Thank you. Why is everyone upvoting paywalled sites in the first place?
Wait, are we supposed to read the articles beyond the titles?
And I hate the sensationalization of the NY Times title. It's serious but not a major escalation. This has happened before, but that wording implies something like an actual conflict is escalating.
I live in northern Japan. My kids were freaking out this morning with the sirens going on in the neighborhood and city every 5 minutes, asking citizens to seek shelter. I am used to this, but seeing my daughter crying and panicking before going to school, that was pretty hard.
I mean, the warning siren used in Japan is eerie as fuck. It's made to make you subconsciously uncomfortable so that you actually pay attention to it. I can see how kids would freak out because of it.
It's kind of designed to not be stressful though. Compared to say the Israeli or Russian etc. Holy shit. Or maybe that's not the missile alarm. Just a disaster alarm. This sounds different.
There's various alarm sounds. The missile one is the only one eerie.
Ah, I see. Missiles are spoopy, I guess.
Japan should fire a missile back except fill it with food. Threaten him with a good time, for his people. South Koreans literally did this with K-pop. The North Koreans blasted propaganda over their 1970s speakers across the demilitarized zone. The South Koreans responded by setting up a flat screen and some top-end speakers and putting on some videos of hot Korean girl groups dancing in spandex.
You come to rely on the broadcasts and the information it provides. Suddenly the broadcast states that a certain party member was executed by an anti-aircraft gun for not towing the party line. You then later get the news the individual you heard in the broadcast was relieved of command etc. You know the broadcast hasn't lied to you yet you have been relying on it every day.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.